I keep making videos and erasing them because I've started to. I'm like, no. Something about my mind is changing. My space is changing. My mind is changing. I'm kind of my overall condition is getting better, and so something that I was sitting back and I'm like, okay, this is now it was Short Fat Otaku has been going over these videos by people who don't like Donald Trump and they're really seething at MAGA. And the first thing that I like repeatedly getting to this, okay, there was a movement to the right prior to Donald Trump because people on the left are totally unaware, really, of that period of time and what was going on because they didn't think it was important. Even though the press would pick up on it every once in a while, but that is a good example. First, we're going to ignore it because it's obviously silly. These are mental lightweights. These are dum-dums. What a bunch of dummies. That kind of thinking. Then it's, okay, well, let's come up with some scare pieces. Like I think Right Wing Watch, would do that. And can you believe people are saying this on the internet? Now, of course, can you believe people are saying this on the internet? I mean, this is like one of these things like, well, I mean, you could say a lot. People say all kinds of things. No, it's that people were watching, people were listening to it. It had some popularity. It was gaining traction. It was getting momentum. And for a while, there was a lot of stuff that it's like a lot of people on the left need to understand that traditional Christians and people who are kind of sort of super racist in a way that's racial mysticism, and they like symbols and signs and the ancient pagan way of warriors of the ancient, Hyperborea, whatever. That there's only so many people who are really into that. They're really into it. And what everything would come down to when everybody would be chatting and talking and debating and articles are being written is people started to figure out, well, it doesn't come down to anything more than at some point you're going to just have to get down to improving yourself. And so it really became, so people go, oh, the self-improvement grift, so the white Aryan grift to the self-improvement grift to the we hate women grift. And no, these were all things that dissident thinking men challenged each other with openly on the internet. And the certain ideas won out in mostly popularity of debate, that people want to just simply debate the idea a lot. And so the adherents of it would get stronger in their arguments. And so now there's certain patterns that once the left started using Antifa for violence, once it was more and more, it started to become clear that various journals and whole networks were actually openly kind of covering for some weird alliance between government agencies and the Democratic Party. The best thing, I gotta tell you, Democrats, party Democrats, people you really believe you hate Trump and stuff, you sent us legions. The 150 major counties that most people in the United States live in out of 3,000 all turned redder in some way. They rejected the left. You sent us legions, and it comes from you consistently doubting other people have a point. It comes from that you just openly hate fucking Trump. It's that you're the one consumed with that. We just keep nailing you guys, nailing you factually. And it really makes you guys crazy. And we know it does. And it's fucking fun. And we have a lot of fun with it. And that's the thing. We are, even on our podcast, you could tell we're smiling. You could hear it in the way that the vocal timbre is. Oh, you are alone at Christmas. You're talking to a lot of MGTOWs, or you're talking to traditionalists. You're talking to the people who are going out of their way to have children. What are you talking about? And so, so it's kind of fascinating. You guys don't really see how there's this way that you show. There's a pattern to the way Democrats and people who are left of center think. And a big part of this is you're never wrong. You can never be held accountable for bad calls your side made. Trump actually has multiple times admitted what he got wrong. We who are Trump people criticize Trump. Why did you put this person in charge of this? Why did you do this? He would change course dependent upon what his supporters said online. I don't think you guys just can't admit this, that we get what we want. And it's only because of people who are anti-Trump that we can't get what we want. And we've now started figuring out how to get around that. Yeah. Take care.